Alrighty, so this is the first, I guess, official interview for my podcast that I've been trying to start
Sweet.
for freaking, like a year?
A while, man.
A while.
Yeah.
Pretty much this podcast is just about chasing your gosh darn freaking creative dreams and not being a blue collar person. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's something wrong with it. We need to, no.
Demented. No. Just to give like the most genuine intro, I freaking love podcasting. I have such a love for it. And I think that this is the most creative way to get like kind of close and sentimental with your audience.
Exactly.
So without further ado, I couldn't have the most perfect guest star to start the first 10-minute session / interview, whatever you want to call it. Please welcome. What is your last name?
Perry.
Carsen Mo freaking Perry.
How's it going? Thank you for having me. This is sweet, man.
Carsen, what is up, dude? Thank you so much for joining me today.
I'm chilling, man. How are you doing, man?
Hanging in there. I just showed my short film at the community college's short film festival.
I was gonna say, can we talk about that for a minute? Like,
100%, please.
dude, give me your insight. Like, here, as an audience member, I guess I'll give you my opinion going off. Dude, like, if you were shooting for like a season of a show or like a series or anything like that, and that was like your pilot, that was the opening. Dude, you got like. I'd give you 3 seasons off the bat, personally. Like
really?
That. Dude, the opening was so good. All the camera shots were so clean.
Really?
Your coloring, audio, like everything was just like so on point, dude.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you killed it. You crushed it.
This was a hell of a project. When Capstone season came around, it was our turn. And I decided that I wanted to go shoot for the stars. And I said I wanted to make a full-fledged short feature film, actually. And then Hannah, our instructor, told me not to. She said, that's a crazy idea. You can just not dial it down. So I gave her the super crazy plot and had all these moving pieces and all these parts and stuff that I wanted to do. And she kind of cut me off and said, Hayden, you have 10 weeks to do this.
Yeah.
That is not going to happen.
Yeah.
You need to narrow it down. Have you ever made a film? I go, no.
No.
And she goes, well, yeah, it's a lot more moving parts than you think. And she was absolutely right.
Yeah.
We shot for probably a total of like 2 days combined with the shooting hours that we did, close to about, I'd say 10 hours. Not a lot of time.
Yeah.
And a lot of moving pieces. I wrote the project within a couple hours and then crewed up and got the location and got the actors, got everybody. And it was just once the production was in the process of pursuing, it was I hit the ground running kind of momentum, and I made a lot of mistakes. I had a lot of come-ups, and I learned a lot on set. Got to work with amazing people, and overall, it was just one of the greatest experiences ever. I don't even know what to compare it to. It was amazing.
No, it was so cool, man. And like you were saying with like the 10 weeks or whatever, when you get told that you got a certain amount of time to work on a project, you're always thinking big or whatever. And like to me, even me, I'm like, 10 weeks, that's like, super long. I got so much potential to fill that
10
time.
weeks feels like so much time.
Yeah, and then like it hits you, it's like, we're like 2 weeks away, and I like just got done recording, and it's so tough to like.
It's insanity. Just
fit that gap, and I think you killed it with.
It doesn't make any sense how quick like when you think 11 weeks though, like seriously, like you think, oh my god, 11 weeks. Like I could do so much, dude. No,
it's tough, man.
It's a joke.
Yeah.
But no, overall, I think that seeing my film on the screen and seeing my name pop up as directed by Hayden Curry, with all the music, having it all play out how it did, dude, like it's little moments like this that really push me to be able to have faith in the creative industry and think like I have a chance. I know it's really hard, but it kind of makes it real for me.
You've got the drive, man. 100%.
So really quickly, I know you have to leave soon, but Carsen Perry. Where are you from?
I'm from kind of the Central Oregon area. I live in a smallish town called Sweet Home, kind of between, if you know where Bend is at, and kind of the Lebanon, Albany, Portland area. I'm kind of like smack dab in the middle, kind of next to Brownsville too. Brownsville was the town where they made the film Stand By Me, so I'm kind of neighbors with that town. But that's where I'm from. And
what do you aspire to do for a career?
Right now, what I'm kind of leaning towards is I want to do something with the computer. I think I want to do like game design and coding, something along the lines of that. So applied computer science is kind of what I'm looking into right now.
That's amazing.
So yeah.
And how old are you?
Right now I'm 20.
20 years old. Want to do computer animation,
something like
stuff
that.
Like that. What steps are you kind of taking to kind of push yourself in that direction?
To get there, and stuff like that. Yeah, right now there's a super cool website out there. I know probably a lot of people use it and stuff like that, but it's kind of like, it's called Udemy, and basically people can, film, edit, and upload courses that they make on literally whatever. So I've watched courses on music production, and right now I'm watching one on like Unity and stuff like that. So it's called Udemy, and basically people upload their courses, and I, bought a couple, and they just like give you a full course rundown of everything you need, and most of them are like super cheap. So I've just been doing that, and I've been learning how to, do a little bit of coding, do a little bit of, animation and all that kind of stuff. So yeah.
That's super dope. Do you have
cool.
like a full portfolio and everything made, or like a site or anything?
Nothing right now. I'm just kind of learning
Social
the
media?
basics and getting stuff made. Social media, yeah. I kind of changed it up a little bit. Right now I'm not using it a whole lot, but I still got it up. So
Totally.
I think I'm not really sure where I'm at with like following and stuff. I don't think anybody's like consistently looking at it or whatever, but I plan to go back to it eventually, so we'll see how it goes.
And where are you striving to be? I know you like career-wise, I know, but like where do you see yourself living in 5-10 years? When you're done with school, like when you have that moment in life where you're like, or I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but like, what are you doing? Or what do you want to do? Or where do you want to go? That's what I'm curious about. Like, where do you see yourself?
Dude,
in the future?
I think it'd be super cool to eventually work for like a super big like game company. I think that'd be kind of fun. Like I know a lot of them are located in kind of like, I know it's Texas. I don't know if it's like Austin or Dallas or whatever, but just somewhere in that area. But if I'm able to make it and make things work on my own, then I'll just be my own boss. But if not, I'm totally fine working for somebody. And I what I really like is just working with other like-minded people who kind of have the same interests. And
Sorry, that's all my guy.
No,
right?
yeah, I was gonna say this dude's cool. This dude's super cool.
You're next.
Yeah, you're next, man. You're coming over here. But
So sorry. What? If you don't mind, I'm gonna cut you off a little bit.
No, go for it.
Can you share a story that maybe you can have someone relate to you in the sense, or maybe someone that wants to pursue a creative pathway but doesn't know how, and they have this like such discouraging feeling about something. Like, is there a time where you had something like that where you're like, shoot, I don't even know if like I want to do this or what?
Oh,
and then there was something
absolutely.
that happened that day or that week or that month, and it was like, okay, I made my decision. Like, is there anything like that?
No, literally like not even like 3 months ago. Like, for a very long time I've been doing like a bunch of like different creative things and creative outlets. I've been like dipping my toes into a lot of different things. Like for a while it was film, and for a while it was editing, and then yada yada. So like I feel like I was putting a lot of energy into like a ton of different things, but I kind of felt lost in a sense where I was like, if I don't figure this out, I'm going to be, screwed down the road. And I just want to let people know it's okay to not know what you want to do in the long run. You don't have to figure all that out in a day or a week or even a year. It's like, take time, live your life, and, enjoy what you love. And coming from me, like, I was literally sitting in my room. I'm like, I don't really know what I'm super passionate about. I'm trying to figure out what's going to be viable and what's going to, get me through life. And then I look around in my room and I'm like, I really like, as cliche as this might sound, I like video games, they're fun. Sure. I enjoy them. And I'm thinking, like, as time progresses, like, this is becoming more and more of a viable career option. And it's like, don't be afraid to take a risk or to do something that might seem, ridiculous to your parents or your grandparents. It's like, you got to live your own life, And so go for that and don't ever look back, I
love that, dude. Carsen, thank you so much for joining me on today's episode.
Thank you for having me, man.
This was a super short episode, but honestly, I don't care that the video isn't working today. Yeah, the backdrop is cool. It's badass, but I'm just so happy that I'm able to use this time of the short film showing, the screening, whatever you want to call it, as a chance to kick myself in the ass kind of and be like, hey, let's do this.
You're getting it done,
you've been
man.
talking about it, but you don't do it. And I feel like, it's you that has helped me with momentum.
Thank you. Thank you.
I know that, if you don't mind me saying, I know that we did try to do a podcast together. It didn't work out.
Yeah.
No shade to you, actually. I really think that us having that momentum to buy the gear and to just build my room out, and then it's like, it didn't work out, but it's like, now I have it. And it's like, I don't really have an excuse anymore to not do a podcast. So I've been wanting to tell you that for a while. From the bottom of my heart, without these microphones here, thank you so much for everything. It's really dope.
I'm super proud of you, man. You've come a long way, and I'm excited to see
and when
where
I met you
man.
again after not seeing you for a couple months, and we met at campus, and you said that, I'm not going to lie, it kind of choked me up. So to see that and to hear that from somebody who I compare myself to as the same caliber, you know, because I have a problem with comparison. It was really touching when you said that.
Thank
you. You probably gave some of the best advice. Really appreciate your time.
Absolutely.
And that is going to wrap up the very first interview for my official podcast.
Awesome.
Thank you guys so much. We will be linking Carsen's Instagram pages or whatever social media he's got in this description below for whatever this gets posted to. So please do check him out. He is a hell of a guy, very, very creative individual, and very, very talented. He has the creative skills that people are looking for. So without further ado, Carsen Perry, thank you so much.
Thank you.